Well, hello there, you beautiful soul. How's it going, everyone? Ooh, I am excited for tonight's topic, connecting with Source. I think the big refinement that has been going on in my life has been this aspect of spiraling back to the beginning of the journey. Can I fully live in that dedication, that devotion, that intensity, that love that I once had in the beginning of the spiritual journey as I do now, but through the lens of love and no longer having to seek through suffering? So we're connecting with Source this evening to always bring it back to that essence of everyone's search, this inner looking at the universal truths, those primordial questions. Who am I? Who is the witness to our witnessing? And how can we connect with that ocean of love, that infinite and expansive force of just strength, of fullness, of fulfillment, of satisfaction, of acceptance through our connection with the Creator? And yeah, if you're looking to unwind for the evening, this is a great one just to relax. And if you're looking to live in that easeful and effortless flow, just allow your heart to unfold and receive the love of Source, the Creator. We'll start this evening by simply taking a breath, a nice inhale in, an open, relaxed jaw, exhale, big sigh. Be sure to open and relax the jaw. We're going to do that one more time. This time to the singing bowl. So release the body of breath. In. Again, big, relaxed, open mouth sigh. When you hear the first 3 taps of the singing bowl, with every ring, take a nice deep inhale and transmute your exhale into the mighty and powerful Om, that divine chord. And as we know the notes of A-U-M, with this practice come to know the silent fourth, that pure stillness, that backdrop in which the sound can be heard through, that ocean in which its vibes and vibrations can travel through. So allow yourself to be more entertained by the silence, the stillness, the gaps in between words, experiences witnessed, such as sensation, emotions, and thoughts. And bring it back to the witness. Take a leap deep within to take a step back even further to the witness of that which witnesses. The backdrop of all of our senses of I am. That infinite playscape and creator. Divine love. Eternal fire. Universe. Wonka Tonka. Great Spirit. And for the purpose of this evening, transcending the term God and coming to know the essence of all that is. Source. Release the body of breath. Allow the body to relax. Use that internal voice and give it the command, body, simply rest. Deeply breathe through that lower abdominal wall, the lower dantian, with deep belly breathing, and simply be. Allow yourself to honestly observe every resistance, the tensions, the energies, the emotions that are moving through the body and before your internal gaze. Watch at a distance, and watch without taking it personal. Allow whatever energies to simply flow. For the body is trying to release them. Don't hold on with the affection of your attention. And with this final tap of the singing bowl, simply rest in silence just as that fourth note. With this fourth bell and the ring dedicated to that stillness, that presence. This universe, this expression of many, is derived from the one. Our primordial parent. Yet we're all born into a life living through Source, but for the self. The problems of the body, the woes of the world, the sufferings in which we attach our beingness and identity to the many changes and seasons and phases of existence in which we travel through, all arises on this backdrop of Source. All exist because the Creator is. And that isness gave birth to each and every one of us. Source is known as such because it is the essence of everything in which we live, we experience, that we will know. Yet we were made in the Creator's image, as creators, as gods and goddesses of creation, of manifestation, of destruction. But we are ones that are to be ever expansive, just as this universe is, just as the mind can be, when we transcend the attachments of this world. And this is not to be misconstrued with abandoning everything of this modern world, but it is simply coming to the knowing that everything that is because of the Source, that witnesses our gaze, our sense of self. Coming back to that knowing, the witness to our witnessing. Witness to my witness. What does that mean to you? What does it do to the body when it's said within? What arises when you invite the Creator within your heart? If anything, this path of life is coming to experience all the human woes and sufferings in order to let them go, to toss them into the fire within, to give it back to the Creator for this strength, the courage, the discipline, the love, the easefulness, the calm. Everything that we seek comes through Source. But connecting with our Creator comes with the same acts that are required for building a relationship with one another. Loving care, quality time. It's these love languages of our Creator that we can return to at any moment, at any breath. Because again, it's the ground of everything. It's the isness to our beingness. It's the weight, it's the spark of life in which our souls were granted by. That allows us to know this sense of self. But how can it be uplifted? How can it be transcended? How can it return back to its normal state of harmony and oneness when we seek to harmonize the self through Source, for Source? Simply opening ourselves up to the knowing that we are here to live for the Creator, to learn, love, to learn what it is. For as we know, one cannot understand itself without contrast, and thus this expansive cosmos of dualities was formed. And each of us was created by Source, known by Source, yes, even known by name. And that love is readily available, but we must seek it. We must ask for it. Many of us were gifted lives to really put us in those situations to come into an understanding of what love can be. And although it may be through the experience of the lacking of it, it's catalyzed us to seek out something greater, something beyond, something that can't be taken away through life or death. But it's that infinite ocean of forgiveness, of acceptance. It's what we can define love as, that openness, that we are allowed to be exactly who we were created to be. Because the love in which we can come home to, it truly is unconditional. It's so unconditional, it makes us feel that we're not deserving of it. That innate unworthiness of this human experience that every being has. It is that primordial seed of doubt that the body has because it knows that this existence is inevitably imperfect. So allow yourself to melt down, to break through that largest wall holding us back from really receiving the love of the Creator, from fully being blessed and graced with that unconditional love that Source seeks to provide us. Empty that cup by dropping the stories. Empty that cup by knowing we are the only ones who judge ourselves fully. For all else is but the imagination when being projected upon by others. Come to live through Source. The doorway is through the breath. So give the body permission to exhale fully. And from the belly button, the lower lungs, fill up the body. And as the stomach expands, allow yourself to fill the upper lungs, the chest expands. And drop the breath with a sudden whoosh. And again, take a deep breath. And another. And again, releasing the breath. once more. And dropping it. Pay no attention to how the body seeks to breathe from here on out, but allow yourself to smile. The first invitation and welcoming. Look within your own sense of witnessing. If the word God, if the word Creator, Source, Great Spirit, Wonka Tonka, Eternal Fire are spoken, what arises within you? This will continue to reveal any tensions, any reservations. But know this, all doubts, when cast aside, will allow us to fully receive that love of the Creator. So let go of the how in your life and shift your focus towards being, for that is living as the unique creation that Source made you to be. In the stillness, in the pause. What is observed? For when we allow ourselves to rest in this calm, it's the aroma of our essence. It's the perfume of the Creator that radiates from us. The relaxation, the quiet, the emptiness or the fullness. It matters not. It is all the love that is poured out from us. For we are stars, forever shining this inextinguishable fire of love. So when we allow ourselves to reconnect to that ocean of love through the breath, we clear away the dust, the clutter of the body, to remain as the witness, so we no longer have wind within our soul, causing us to miss the sweet smell of the divine that we are. And it's this unfoldment that allows that flower in which we can transmute our beingness into. That allows us to receive more and more love of Source. Every layer revealed, letting go of something that's holding us back from opening up. And as each petal unfolds, it's as if we receive a new glass to sip on those divine nectars of experience, of oneness, of love. And all in this time, it's that sweet aroma that is our road back to the Creator. For the longer we sit with it, we allow ourselves to sink down and immerse ourselves with all that is. The expansiveness of the form goes beyond the flesh into our surroundings, and the more we marinate in that, witnessing to our witness. So too, even the I of the I am drops, and it is just that amness, that beingness, that isness, and that is reconnecting with Source. And it is observed through the body from the ability to feel the fullness of the love and to witness the expression of the form that cannot contain the light that is always and forever shall be radiating from us. For it's through the Creator, it's through Source itself, in which our existence flows through. So when the soul aligns, so too the body gets to experience safety, groundedness, connectedness. And in this world of the flesh, in this playground of experience, not only are you opening your soul to connecting back with your Creator, it's allowing your soul to heal the form, thus uplifting this entire universe. And not only energy potential, but in light. You hear the next tap of the singing bowl. Again, take a deep breath, transmuting that exhale into a mighty and powerful Om. Release the body of breath here. And with a big smile on your face, Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. Thank you for dropping in and tapping in. I know it was supposed to be at 8 a.m., but I was so sleepy. It was a very synchronistic day, but you gotta let the body just rest sometimes. Been a lot of juice getting poured out. But yeah, this reignition of devotional love, that agape, that true divine, it's just promise that we were all tasked with returning to. And it's why a lot of us are, circling back now to everything being stripped away. I feel like that's been a very big theme amongst the collective, is a pressure, the fire getting turned up underneath the butt to really push us into action and clear out those last remnants that are really holding us back, the doubt, the fear, the lack of receiving, the lack of giving. And everyone's been tested in their own way, but I just know this journey's brought me back to that same essence of like, what else can be experienced through the Creator. Before, in the journey and when it originally began, it was like, what can be experienced in the unknown, and what was sought was found, and that is Source. And for many years, I feel like personally my life has been playing out this integration and embodiment of what was experienced, and now it's kind of come full circle into that next step of, okay, like the keys are in your hand, it's time to drive, you're on your own, solely because there's been a return of the full dedication to this path of going and living through and for source, through the creator, for love, and not to receive it, but to really just pass out those gifts, the fruits that have been experienced for these past years. And it's been crazy because the more that I find myself leaning in, just the more like inexpressible it becomes to just like every time I even want to talk about like the love that is experienced from just connecting with the creator, like it brings the body to tears like instantaneously the moment we want to like try to tap into like just because it's so overwhelming. Like the body just goes like full 404 error. It can't even comprehend what's going on. Like the eyes just well up. And it's just such happy tears. And it's like not even like a tension or excitement of the heart. It's just like a overflowing. And it's beautiful because we're all capable of entering into this now. And there's more and more of us that are really leaning into this. And the fact that you're here listening to this now is testament to that. Like we're all entering to this point where it's like we're here to awaken the fullness of the soul that like we were created to be. And most of us, you know, we're angels that are in the path of re-remembering that and the power that holds, or the power I could say that we hold through just letting go and really bringing it back through that dedication to our creator through source. It's like, it's so hard to express sometimes, I feel, because it's this knowing that the moment we really do just let go of the how, when we really trust, because how faith operates, it creates an even deeper love of source. Because trust, that's a renewal. It's something that you have to do every day, every moment. It's not something that's like, oh, I have trust and faith now. Trust the process. I think that's one of like the most ridiculous things in the conscious spiritual communities is like a lot of just things said with airiness to it, but no, like trust the process. It's not even trust the process. It's trust is like love. Faith is like love. You have to lean into it. You have to constantly be reassuring yourself of that knowing through giving life the opportunity to love on you without tension, without getting in the way. And I find like that's the balance of the will and the surrender. The will is the invitation for source to have my back. That trust fall. I found that image continuing to come up internally. That, we often say it's like a trust fall, but realistically, it's like when we shift it through real faith and love for the creator, it turns into like a skydive. And it's like, all right, cool. Woo, and then you can really enjoy the ride and feel the different waves and feel the different, the temperature patterns to kind of coast through the heat and the cold. And it's just like playground energy gets activated. And I'm still at the point of like, I feel really trying to integrate this next integrate and like fill up this next shell that's been unpacked. But connecting with source is the jam. It's the dopest of dope things. Like less is more, and the more that I really do give up through source, the more that I consciously seek to connect with source, coming back to those like multiple times a day, dropping in. I don't know if it's something in the air or if it's in the food, what it is, but that time right now in which we're living, it truly is making everything that much more potent. So every time we connect with source, that channel just carves open even greater to that point where every breath is that renewal, that trust, that process of falling in love all over again with all that ever is. And from what I currently know, all that ever shall be, but you never know until we level up to our own black hole, white hole, and create our own universes, kind of feel like that's the end game here, but I love you so much. Thanks for dropping in tonight. Hmm. Hmm. May the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment, for a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I love you so much. Thanks for dropping in. As always, drop questions, leave comments, hit the thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate that one. And other than that, I love you. Peace.